Hi everyone, and welcome to the extra videos of Vlogmas. These are the videos to make up for the ones that I missed during the month of December. Today's video, I've decided to talk to you about some of my top songs that I played on Spotify during 2019 because I feel like this playlist says a lot about the year and I thought it'd be interesting to go through it and attach memories to it and express why and what I was feeling when I was listening to these songs. So Chasing the Sun by Sarah Bareilles was my top played song this year, which is no surprise to me actually. It really is not. Last year I found, well, no. 2017 I found the song. 2018 I started listening to it almost every day because I was doing a dance to it. One of the easiest ways for me to memorize a dance is to know the music by heart so I can actually feel where the different steps go to the music and make them make sense. But more so than that, Chasing the Sun is a very hopeful song, and it's about overcoming your fears and overcoming your not being able to do anything and seeing that there is still hope. And it really was very important for me, especially through the summer when I was questioning whether I should go to college or not. This idea of you can and you should definitely was a major theme in my summer. So yeah, also I sang it for my senior recital, so that's another reason why it's on here. Tornado Land by Regina Spektor is my second most played song. I adore this song for so many reasons. It's such a cheerful song, and yet it's so depressing that it just fits me so well, like a tea. It's again another theme that I definitely felt all of last year, and I have for most of my life. It's you're working so hard, but you can never seem to match the mark where everyone around you is pushing through the mark and going to the finish line, and you're just struggling up the ladder still. Actually, this is the song that I played the morning of my AMDA audition when I was getting ready. I was like, we can do this. And then this is the song that I played when I heard from AMDA that I hadn't gotten in and I just wanted to cry in the shower. AMDA just makes me cry. It doesn't matter what I'm talking about. I don't even really regret not going that much, but it was such a big letdown that I had waited months for. And I just feel like I wasted a lot of my year last year wondering and worrying about it just to be told no. What's really funny about most of these songs is these are the songs that are on my dance tunes playlist, which is about 7 songs I want to do dances to, and that's where most of these songs come from. I mean, they're on different Spotify playlists as well, but most of them are on the Dance Tunes playlist. Next one is Walking the Wire by Imagine Dragons. This is probably one of my favorite Imagine Dragons songs of all of their albums, but definitely of Evolve. It's such a push-pull song, and that's my favorite sort of love song. It's like, you have to trust me, give some, get some. Yeah. Walking the Wire isn't just about relationships, it's about relationships, but it's not just about love interests. To me, it's very much a friendship thing, but also a, do you trust yourself? If you're scared, don't look down, just keep going. Sorry. Walking the Wire is a lovely song, and I think it's on here because of that, because I needed that. Look where we are. Look where we've made it. If you're scared, don't look down, but you've got this, so don't look down. It was a common theme last year. Annoying about filming videos like these is I realize that most of the songs I listen to have the same message. It's just a message that I like to hear and I need to be reminded of, and it can be very encouraging, or it can also be, you're allowed to feel how you're feeling right now, but you better get up in a few minutes. sort of message. That's, yeah. The next one is Make It Shine from Victorious. I love this song so much. It just partially because it's not about you. The person singing it isn't just singing about themselves, they're talking about a friend or a comrade who's working really hard to achieve, and they're like, you do it, just don't forget about me later. There's a cat on the cat tree. So I appreciate that about this song, because in the arts it's very important for us to encourage and build each other up, because we're all struggling to make it because we're artists, and the world isn't always the nicest to the people who create the world. So, speaking of the world, next we have On Top of the World by Imagine Dragons. You're seeing a theme now, aren't you? This is again another song that you can do it, you might as well do it, sort of thing. Next we have Come Alive from The Greatest Showman. It's about overcoming yourself and your fears, and I needed some of that this summer in particular. Grow by Conan Gray is my favorite song of his, but it was a year of growth, and this song honestly became annoying because I listened to it so much, but after I gave it a few weeks off, I'm like, I know why I listened to it so much. I don't know how many songs I've done so far. I was just gonna do 10, but I feel like we're there, so I'm gonna just do a couple more. The next song is You Will Be Found from Dear Evan Hansen. This is one of the songs that can just make me cry whenever I want it to, but it can also be a real pick-me-up at the same time. So that's why it's on here. Around February, probably February through May, I was struggling with some depression, and like nothing major, but it was definitely there. And Dear Evan Hansen's always a good reminder that it's okay to feel this way, and you will, and you can overcome it. Next we have Times Are Hard for Dreamers from the musical Amelie, which is my senior song, kind of the song I'm known for, no? Yeah. What's really funny though is in Times Are Hard for Dreamers, which was my audition song for colleges, and it was the song that I finished my senior recital with, I realized in August when I moved into my apartment that it is on the second floor, and because thingy says an apartment's available on the second floor, and suddenly I hold the key. I lived that out. It was weird. It was really weird. It's like, oh, okay. I like to find symbolism in songs that correspond with my life, whether they're supposed to or not, and sometimes it's just too real that it can be a little bit scary, because it's like, was this song literally written for me right now, or am I just being that basic? Like, I don't think any of us are that basic. I think that music is written for everyone at different points in their life, and sometimes they do match up perfectly with where you are right now, and I think it's to give us hope, because I think that there's a larger source that's guiding our paths, and we need hope a lot of the time. So I'm gonna do 3 more songs just because it will bring us 4 more songs. Next song on this list is Survive by Madeline Bailey. She removed her last name, and I follow so many Madelines. Survive is one of those depressing songs that I really like, and my family really dislikes because it's so depressing, but I really like it. It's about getting the most out of life even when you feel like all you can do is survive, and realizing that you have to overcome your survival mode to actually live life, and I appreciate that. Skip the next one just because. Here's to Us from Victorious is my most played song this fall. Chasing the Sun was my most played song in the spring, the summer, and the winter. Here's to Us was my fall song, and when I sent my mom that, I'm like, this is actually really strange but really fitting. She's like, yeah, hope overcome by sass. And I wanted to explain that that's not what's going on here. Here's to Us is a song about surviving. Chasing the Sun is a song about hope. It's a song about coming out of surviving and realizing that you can do more with your life because you still have more life left. Here's to Us is about taking life as it comes and realizing that's not always going to be great, and celebrating that it's not always going to be great, because some Wednesdays you just need a party, whether it's New Year's or not. Here's to Us was my school song. It just was. Also, I think this semester was very much about just letting it happen. Letting whatever will happen, because you can worry about it, and I did worry about it. I worried about just about anything that I could worry about. But at the end of the day, what's gonna happen is gonna happen, and you have to believe that it's for the best, because if not, you rip yourself to pieces. Ask me how I know. Actually, please don't, because I don't want to relive that memory. The last song that I wanted to mention is a Taylor Swift song. Taylor Swift is my most played artist of 2019. I was kind of surprised and not at the same time. My most played Taylor Swift song was New Year's Day, which I did find surprising. It's one of my favorite songs of hers altogether in general. And the reason she's my most played artist, I believe, is because of Lover. But the fact that New Year's Day was my most played song made me think about it quite a bit. Day is on a lot of my playlists, which is partially why it's my most played song, because it's on so many playlists, and I listen to playlists on Spotify because I don't have Spotify Premium because I'm poor. But New Year's Day is one of those songs, when I first heard it, it made me cry. And I was like, why am I crying because of this song? So I listened to it again, and I listened to the lyrics, and I cried again. But for a different reason, because New Year's Day... Okay, hold on. So, there's this quote that I have been printing off for years to send to my graduating friends to hang up in their dorm rooms, because that's something that I do. It says, life is kind of like a party. You invite a lot of people. Some leave early, some stay all night, some laugh with you, some laugh at you, and some show up really late. But in the end, after the fun, there are a few who stay to help clean up the mess. And most of the time, they aren't even the ones who made the mess. These people are your true friends in life. They are the only ones who matter. New Year's Day is about that quote. That quote and that song go hand in hand together, and I love this quote. It hangs on my desk at school because in life we encounter people who we think will be there forever and who are not there forever, and usually they're only there for a short period of time. Sometimes they mean the world to us. Sometimes we thought it was going somewhere and it wasn't. Sometimes in life we meet people who we don't think twice about, and they stick around forever. And sometimes they're really good things, and sometimes they're very toxic things. The point is, we don't know who people are when they enter our chapters, because it's not our first chapter of the book. Not everyone gets a full introduction on the 17th chapter like they would in the first chapter when you're first meeting everyone. But also, the thing that you have to remember is not everyone knows your book, because they are just coming in, and to them this is their first chapter with you in it, just as much as it's your first chapter with them in it. and you don't know each other that well, and that's okay, because sometimes those people are there until the very end of your book, and that's beautiful. New Year's Day is about finding someone who is just okay with being there and just accepts you as you are and loves you through the mess and through the grime that life brings, and that you trust and that you will be there for. Even when the entire world says, no, they're a bad person, you're still there for them because you believe in them. You believe in each other. I am a very much Jane Eyre sort of person when it comes to thinking like that. If everyone you knew was turning their back on you, if you had done nothing wrong, I would still be there for you because we're friends. That's why New Year's Day was my most played song by Taylor Swift, because it brings me hope and it makes me laugh and it makes me love life a little more. And there's hope that I might find someone who is like that for me. We'll see. Not making promises. I'm going to read you my Spotify Rewind chart just in case I missed anything by looking at the playlist that they made for me. I decided to do this sort of video this year because doing New Year's videos where you talk about everything that happened and all of your resolutions and everything are very exhausting to make and very hard to make very good videos. And I know this video isn't that great because the background's cluttered, the lighting's shifting back and forth, but I don't really care because I'm tired. See, in the beginning of the year, I almost said the end of the year, and I figured doing something like this, because I am a very musical person, would probably have to say more about my year than anything else. If you want to read about what my year was like, you can go to my Instagram page. There is a link to that, as always, in the description. But I didn't feel like reading it to you because I don't need that on here. I just don't. I did want to look at my resolutions with you though, so hold on. Bullet journal. If you did not know that, I was thinking about filming a video of me setting up my bullet journal for this year, but it's not really going to work out because I'm still using this one, because this is the one that I started 2019 with, but in October, I think, it stopped having pages. Yeah, October. So I'm only halfway through this one, which means I'm going to continue with this one. Anyway, my resolutions. Let's see. I didn't do very well in them this year, which is okay, but a little bit irritating. This is what my year looked like. The white spots are the days that I didn't pick up my bullet journal. Or I didn't want to talk about how the day was. So we had a lot of purple and a lot of green, a few blue days, but mostly purple and green. Purple is doing okay, green is I've had better days, and blue is really rough days. Pink is my exceptional day. I don't have a lot of those, which is not depressing as it sounds. It's just, for a day to be a pink day, it has to be mostly good, and most days aren't mostly good. Usually there's a lot of good and bad in any day, so that's why most days don't get pink. Anyway, resolutions. Actually, I put them as goals, not resolutions this year. Study harder, which I did. See, my friends, this was talking about my high school friends. We didn't do good on this at all because everyone was so busy at the beginning of the year. And then I was getting ready for recital, so I had lessons like 4 days a week. And then I went on my senior trip, and it was summer, and everyone was going on trips, and then school started. So really, I didn't get to see a lot of my friends this year. But anyway, finished slowly book 1. This didn't happen. It was supposed to back in March. It just didn't. It just didn't. At this point, there's one chapter that needs to be written. There's one chapter that needs to be finished. And then there are a few block scenes that I need to go in and fill. But after that, Rough Draft 1 should be done. Ugh, I'm so sick of Rough Draft 1, to be honest. So done with it. So ready for other people to read it and tell me what they like, tell me what they don't like, so I can fix it. Because I'm annoyed at this point. Become a stronger dancer. I fulfilled this early in 2019, and I was so proud of myself. I'm still growing. I understand that, but I am so much better than I was a year ago, and I am so thankful for my teacher for helping me get here so quickly. So every year I give myself 2 musicals to listen to. This year's musicals were Waitress and The Band's Visit. I did listen to Waitress like 2 weeks ago. I wasn't impressed. I mean, I like some of the songs. Some of the songs I just love. But overall, it didn't do much for me. So I didn't listen to The Band's Visit. I will at some point. It just didn't happen. I added, sorry, future Lainey for all the coughing, 2 more musicals to that list later in the year because reasons. One of those was Hadestown, which I've listened to quite a few times now. Really enjoy it. Really like some of the songs. And then I added 42nd Street because I watched it 6 times and it might as well be a gold because I smashed it. Disney Bound a Week did not happen. Neither did Doctor Who a Week. I got closer to accomplishing both of those, but they're not there yet. Monthly tablescapes did not happen at all. We did not have one monthly tablescape, which was a goal that I set for my mom and I, and it just, life did not allow that to happen this year. Graduate high school, I did. Release a song did not happen. It just didn't. I didn't write music much, if at all, this year, so it's okay. Become more confident posting singing videos. I posted more singing videos. I almost deleted those videos after I posted them every time, but I did do it, and I think that that means that I did at least mostly accomplish that goal, so I'm proud of myself. Passed classes with A's and B's in college. We did that. We did that. I don't know how, but we did. Let's see. Outfit of the day. I set myself 3 of these, and I accomplished all 3 of them. My last one was post 75 videos, and I need to count how many I got up. 75 was a large number, but I think I did it, so give me a minute and we'll see. We had 86 videos in the year of 2019. That's good. That's a lot of videos. That's a lot of videos. All right, let's look at our Spotify Rewind. Hold on. You get to look at my computer. So number 1 artist was Taylor Swift. Let's see. Next, these were my top artists: Taylor Swift, Goth Woman, Imagine Dragons, Rachel Platten, and Sarah Bareilles. The only surprise here was that Regina Spektor didn't make the list. But other than that, this is a pretty good summary. These are my genres: pop, Celtic, soundtrack, show tunes, and movie tunes. Very interesting array. I spent 37,773 minutes listening to Spotify this year. It's 2017. Here's a look at this. Taylor Swift. Show tunes, Chasing the Sun, Tornado Land, Walking Where, Live Your Story, which wasn't on the playlist that we talked about. That's an awesome song. I love that song so much. Okay, and that's it. So, thank you for watching this video. I know it was a little bit weird, a little bit different, but I enjoyed filming it, and I hope you enjoyed it and learned a little bit something about my 2019. I would love to talk to you about your 2019 if you have anything you want to talk about. What was your top song in 2019? What was your top genre, and what was your top artist on Spotify if you're on Spotify? If not, what was a song that you discovered in 2019 that you're bringing into 2020 with love? That's all for today. Talking so quickly. I will see you all tomorrow for the last Vlogmas video, and then we'll talk about the schedule after that. Toodles! And Happy New Year!